And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
The Gryphon series of game is an excellent small series of games that are easily played, easy to teach, easy to learn. It almost looks like they're games that could be published by out-of-the-box publishing, but they're published by Gryphon Games, and so far there's 9 games in the series. And today I want to talk about Looting London. Now, Looting London is from Reiner Knizia, and it's a game supposedly about finding out who a thief is. Although if you know much about the author Reiner Knizia, you'll know that his games usually have nothing to do with the theme, and that is definitely the case here. Looting London is an okay game for 2 players. I actually find it pretty interesting with 2 players, but it might be the weakest of the Gryphon series to date. But let me show you before we make up our minds about it. Here's how a game is set up. There's different cases, and let me show my quotes there. But cases here at the top, and then these tiles are here spread out randomly in 5 columns of 5 tiles each. Now, the rules have a variant, and I would say that this is a required thing, and that's to make sure that the top row has 1 of each color. You can run into some weird things if you don't do that. Definitely make sure that there's 1 of each color in the top row. Other than that, it doesn't matter. Players are dealt some cards, and then on a player's turn, they simply are going to draw a card, either from one of the face-ups or from the top card from the pile. They can, if all the cards are the same, they can wipe all the cards, and then, again, take one of the face-up cards or one of the top ones from the pile. Before they do that, though, they can use cards in their hand to take one of these tiles on the board. However, they must take a card that's at the bottom. So, for example, if I wanted to take this purple tile with the fine lady on it, I'd have to play 4 cards matching the lady down, and then I would get this tile and put it in front of me. Now, the organ grinder can be taken later on in a future turn with 3 cards, because there's a 3 on him, and so on and so forth. If you don't have all the cards that you need, let's say, for example, this lady was available, and I have 4 ladies in my hand, I could use any other 2 cards as a wild. That equals 1 lady, and that would be 5 ladies, and I could take her. You can also destroy evidence by playing any 2 cards that are the same, and getting rid of any cards. I could play these 2 to get rid of this one, but if I do that, I must then immediately buy the one above it. 3 ladies to buy that one. You can even destroy a whole bunch, but again, you have to take the one above it. You must have the cards to be able to do that on your turn. Much of the game is taking cards. Card, until someone can afford to take the tiles they want. You can only buy 1 tile per turn. When all the tiles of a specific case are taken, when the last red one is taken or destroyed for whatever reason, then we look at the tiles in front of players. Let's say it looks like this. The player who has the most red tiles, in instance this player here, gets the bonus up here, and that's added to him. And we will do that as the game continues, as players will get the bonuses as they show up. However, the last color to go, nobody gets that. Any tiles that you may have accumulated that don't count at all. So they are all discarded. And then players simply count the number of points they have in front of them. The player with the most points is the winner. The components of the game are quite good. The cards have linen finishing. There's quite a few of them. Very easy. Can take a lot of wear. The tiles are really nice. Also with linen finishing, but very thick. Here's the pile of tiles and the pile of bonus tiles. You can see they can take a lot of wear and very easy to maneuver around. The pictures on the tiles, for example, yellow tiles all have a top secret token on them. The red tiles have some Incan or Mayan treasure on them. That helps with people who have problems differentiating between colors. But the theme, did I really feel like we were eliminating people and trying to find out who was the thief? No, not at all. It's a very numberish game. I would compare it in number-wise to Lost Cities. I enjoy Lost Cities, but it's a very number game. I don't feel like I'm discovering Lost Cities. Just like in this game, I don't feel like we're finding out who the thief is. A lot of the game is in drawing cards, but you'll find that a 3 or 4 player game can be a bit stressful in the sense that you collect cards and someone buys what you want, or they use some cards to destroy what you want, and it will seem like your turn comes too late each time. 2 players is a much better way, and is certainly my preferred way to play this game. It's a fun 2-player game. We play it was enjoyable. I said I won. Oh, I can't believe the case that wasn't solved was the one I had the most colors in. That's just the way it worked out. It's very interesting in the end game, but I would just say it's a pleasant game. Nothing great, nothing bad. It's just a decent 2-player game that might be not good enough in a field of great 2-player games. I liked it, but I don't know how often I'm going to play it.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.